Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Coffee Talk, an unfiltered, unedited chitty chat up in the kitchen with friends. Um, the last Coffee Talk I posted was so chaotic, and that's honestly how I was feeling. There's gonna be a couple of videos filmed in this setting, which obviously is not my apartment, and you're probably gonna hear a little bit of noise in the background. I am house sitting, dog sitting for extended family in my hometown and for a week. And when they originally asked me to come out here and do it, I felt a little bit hesitant because I feel like I've been all over the place, and honestly, as much as getting out of the city is a good thing for mental health and the summer and everything, also when you are dealing with chronic stress, burnout, a chronic illness, being away from your dwelling space is also kind of stressful. Like not having all of my things and not having all of like my groceries and not having all of my like things sounds consumerist, but what I mean is like if I need like my back stretcher, I don't have it with me. I didn't bring it. Or and like I forgot a particular supplement that I've been taking, which is really irritating, and it's like I don't want to spend the money to buy a new one when it's just an hour away at home, but at the same time it's not here, and like just being in someone else's living space. But I said yes because this is my extended family and I adore them, and their dog is really sweet, and they needed somebody, and also it is a chance to be in nature a little bit more and get outside of the city and come back to my roots where I grew up in my hometown and spend a little time. So I am here doing that for a little bit, and I'm trying to enjoy the staycation and like let the calm of sort of country or suburban living wash over and take over. I think I really needed a break from the city, and I keep taking these little breaks, but like going to Cape Cod and meeting up with my parents, and like taking these little teeny tiny breaks, but they don't, I don't know why, but like they sort of wash out to be like, I feel like it should feel more like a break than it does. It feels a little bit like work, but it's not. It's good. It's positive. It's what I want to be doing and spending my time doing. Maybe because it's not like productive, or like I don't feel immediately refreshed and like all better, and like that's why it feels a little bit less satisfying than I would hope. But anyway, we're here, divas. And for the next little bit, I am going to be filming videos like in this location. I have a couple of ideas that I'm planning on doing while I'm here, and then it will be back to regularly scheduled programming in the city. I don't think I'm going to be doing any vlogging here just for privacy's sake. I think I'm going to keep the filming to this little square box. But I do have a couple of ideas. And if you do want to see like a little bit more of the surrounding area or whatever that I'm in, you can feel free to follow me on Instagram. I'm just Julia Claire Taylor on there. And I will be posting Instagram stories of things slightly more in real time than YouTube. So anyway, I will say dog sitting is a little different. Like growing up, we always had cats. We never had dogs. And I think part of the reason for that was because we were just always so busy. Like I always had extracurricular activities after school every single day. So, in terms of like walking a dog, taking care of a dog, like dogs need you, like they are needy. And so we always had cats, which were always a little bit more independent. Um, we had a lot of woods on our property, and so we had like indoor outdoor cats, and they would mostly be indoors, but they would go out and explore and come back, and we never had any issues with that. Or and this was back in the 90s. Now I think I would probably want to do like a mostly indoor cat situation because well, one, I live in New York City, so like with that there's no way. But even if I lived in the suburbs or the country, I would probably want to keep my cats indoors just because of any like critters outside or whatever. Or I would do like maybe an enclosed catio situation. I don't know, but I always had cats. So like when it comes to dogs, I like them. Like I think they're adorable, but I don't like feel like I necessarily like know like how to act or like what to do with a dog because like and I would consider myself to be an animal person, but especially like I don't know, like this dog is like an older dog. He's unfortunately like lost his sight in his later years, so he's you know, he can't see, so like fetch isn't really an option. You know, I take him on walks, but it is really hot outside, so we can't go very far, and because of his sight, like he just can't really go very far, and he's like doesn't feel secure like walking very far. So I feel like just hanging out with him and being in the house and him like hearing my voice is sort of good, comforting, rather than being alone. And you know, I make sure that, you know, he has what he needs and everything, but I swear, like sometimes I feel so awkward with dogs as opposed to cats, because with cats it's like, and I know I've talked about this before, like cats are like boundary princes and princesses. Like they're like, I like you, I'm happy you're here, but like you stay over there and I'll be over here, and I love you from this far away. Sunshine has made an exception to that rule, and she is a snuggle princess. By the way, she is here with me, but she is up in a bedroom, and I did give her a tour of the house, so she knows that there is a house here, but she does not like the concept of there being a dog here. The house is a little bit like too much for her little brain, and so she likes being up in the bedroom, and like she gets so much sun up there. She's like lounging in a sunbeam, recuperating from her like tummy troubles from several days ago. So but yeah, like cats versus dogs, man. I understand so much why people prefer dogs, because dogs love you, they need you, they show you they love you so much. And maybe it's my attachment style or the fact that I only grew up with cats, but like it borders on a little overwhelming for me, to be honest. Like I like being independent. I like, you know, having my space. I like you kind of doing your thing over there and then me doing my thing over here, and then us being like, okay, like I see you, we're good, like. But dogs, man. So this doggy, I try to keep him as entertained as I can while I'm here, and he is such a good boy. He's so sweet, and he's like the purest little soul. So we're just having a grand old time together for a little bit. And this home is like an old farmhouse. It's extremely old. So it's from the late 1700s, and it's been modernized in a lot of ways, but it is still like the structure and shape of it is still that old farmhouse. And so it has like these creaky stairs and an old basement and everything. The people who live here are actually architects. So they were like the perfect people to take this amazing house and like turn it into something modern and amazing that works for them and their family, and like our extended family. So I had like an ADHD moment and I couldn't let it go, and I had to like start over. So yeah, so I will be here for the next week. It's nice. It's like kind of a little retreat, and it's like this place does feel like a home away from home for me. I also did some house sitting for them around Christmas time. And yeah, it feels good. It feels good to be here. As much as it feels like I'm not home, I'm away from my doctors, I'm away from my stuff, I'm away from my, if something goes wrong, I don't have all my things. Like, I feel like the country air is good for me. It's good for sunshine. It's quieter. And, like growing up here in this area, like, it does feel like home. I feel like, I don't know if you guys have this experience as well, but like for me, I have this like, this is my hometown. But since growing up and moving away and like living everywhere all over the country, it has changed so much that like there are places and of this place that no longer feel like my hometown that I grew up in. And like I grew up in the 90s, so it's like it feels so wildly different. But kind of coming here and being here, and some of the natural things that can't be changed, that are still here, like the river, or like walking in the woods, or like certain landmarks that like cannot change. It does feel like homecoming, and it does feel like re-feeling my roots in a way that does kind of ground me, and it feels good. Even though I probably would not recognize my high school if I drove by it. There are certain places that like I straight up think don't exist anymore that I used to spend a lot of time. And I don't know, like life's just, it's just crazy how much life has changed since I was growing up and lived here. I remember when I was in high school, like one of our favorite things to do was to pile in somebody's car that they, either had been passed down from their mom or dad, or they'd gotten for their 16th birthday or whatever. Go to the gas station and get like Diet Cokes or Slurpees or whatever. And then we would drive to the parking lot at the local beach. And we would just sit there in the car with the headlights on and talk at the beach. And we would talk about, pop culture stuff, and like, we would listen to music and talk about, I think this member of this band is, dating this person, or like we would talk about people at our school. We would talk about, auditions for the upcoming play. We would talk about everything, and it was like such like that's how I would spend like Friday nights in high school and Saturday, and like we would be like spending time at somebody's house as well, like watching TV, or like singing karaoke, or like taking extremely like dramatic photos of each other for MySpace or whatever. I think there was Facebook by then, but like it just is so crazy like to think about now, like we had digital cameras, and like y'all are gonna figure out how old I am by me telling you all this, but like my friend, he was like our like he would like document everything, and like he would be the one taking the photos with his digital camera of the rest of us. And now like everybody has an iPhone, and like everyone has social media in a way where it's like you're constantly taking pictures of yourself, and like you're like even like you would never like take a car and like leave it running at the beach now like and just sit in it and like hang out. Like it just is like I mean, unless there's something I'm missing, it just feels like that's something that like people don't do anymore. It's just so nuts. And like your parents like now on the phones, like people's parents like have their location all the time. So there's no like, oh, like are you with like Susie? Are you with Hannah? Like there's none of that. Now it's just like, oh, like I can pull up where my child is. And I do not blame parents for doing that, because what a world we live in. Like I think if my parents had like had that option, they absolutely would have like been checking my location every single day and be like, you're taking an awfully long time to get home from school. What's going on? But yeah, I just, it's such a different world, and I feel like everything is so different. Even like the stuff, like the stores are like different. Like downtown there was sorry, like my bra keeps showing with this particular shirt. Sorry. At least you know I'm wearing one. There was like an ice cream shop downtown, like a Ben and Jerry's, and now it's been replaced by like a boutique. And you know, there were so many like little like the types of stores that are there are different. There's so much more like destination shopping stores. Like I feel like in this downtown area there's like, I want to say there's like a Dyson or like so, like stores like that where it's like you go like it's so much more like you buy online, but the fact that there's like a store in person is like, I don't know. It's just strange. Like there used to be so much more like walking around and like going into clothing stores and browsing and getting ice cream and like having a little lunch that you could like take with you and like sit by the river and eat it. Now it's like on a dock. Like now it's like there's much more like sit down restaurants. There's like where you have to like go sit down, be waited on, like that. Like when you're a high school kid, you just want to grab a sandwich and like sit, like go somewhere and sit down and eat it. Like I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like the energy of the area has changed so much. The like and what's possible for kids to do. There's far fewer like third spaces. I will say though, the local library here, since I was growing up, I want to say within the last 10 years, has gone through a massive renovation, and it's really, really beautiful. So, you know, kids can go to the library and hang out there, and it's quite nice. And I think there is like a little cafe in there as well. But it's just so different. I mean, everywhere is so different now, but the character of the like walking area downtown is just wildly different. I guess that's kind of all I wanted to say. I'm trying to take a break because I feel like I've been kind of stuck in this pattern of spinning my wheels for a very long time and just kind of like trying really hard to get my act together, right? Like first it was finding the job, then it was getting the job, then it was establishing myself in the new job, and now that I'm in the new job, it's, you know, really trying to excel there and do a good job. And working on my finances and, you know, keeping the apartment nice and tidy and decluttered and keeping up with, you know, what, like the continuous slow declutter that I've been doing for a period of time. And it's just like, I feel like I've been spinning my wheels for a period of time, trying to work on my health and keep up with that, keep up with YouTube and try to grow that and do a good job. And so I think, well, I've not been experiencing like a full solid, like complete burnout. I feel like I've been just like spinning my wheels and just kind of like needing a break. And so I'm like doing my best, trying to take one in a way, the best way that I can, which means a coffee talk with you guys and trying to just catch up and chitty chat. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that. I'm not the most patient person. That's not true. I'm patient with other people, but I'm not patient with myself. I feel like if I identify something that I want to work on or that like needs fixing, like the fact that I can't fix it like immediately like really grinds my gears. And so I get like very obsessive and like fixated on it, and I'm like, go faster, like fix it faster, get it together faster, like do it faster, like and I hyper focus, and it makes me a high achiever, which I am like really happy with in certain areas of my life, but with problems that are chronic or require like a long-term patient solution that requires like sustained continued effort over a period of time, possibly years, it is not healthy mentally. It's not good. And it's like keeping that mentality of like, I'm doing my best and like I'm giving 100% to this, and like, you know, 80% good and 20% bad is still good. My nutritionist always says stuff like that to me. He's like, wow, like you're sticking to the plan 70%. I'm like, that would have flunked me in high school. I'm just so hard on myself. And like, but at the same time, I'm at a place in life where, how do I word this? I'm at a place in life where I have like done the like heavy push and like solved so many of those problems. And then when I get to that destination, instead of like feeling good about it or feeling relaxed or whatever, I'm like, oh, thank God, like on to the next thing. And it's like so not healthy. It's like, and so now I'm getting to a place where I do feel like I'm like, oh, I did that thing that I've been wanting to do, or like I've gotten to a place that's like really good, and like I'm happy with that. Like I paid off one of my credit cards in full recently. I was like, that is so incredible. I'm so happy that I paid off one of my credit cards in full. Like this isn't accruing interest anymore. I feel great about that, blah, blah, blah. And it like, yes, it is like onto the next credit card in that case. But I don't know. I feel like I'm doing a better job with fighting the like constant like hustle and like pushing extra hard and like overachieving thing, hyperachiever thing. But the way that I think of my life still is, ooh, don't get emotional, Julia. Like, calm it down. I still sort of sometimes think of my life as buckets of problems to be solved. And that's not the best way to think about life in general. Like, I think of like the finance bucket, the health bucket, the like social bucket, and I'm like, how much do I have in me to like pour into each of these buckets, to like, if I'm like bailing out a sinking ship or feeling like a hot mess or whatever. And like sometimes like the health side is a disaster, and like I need to like schedule an extra doctor's appointment or like an extra physical therapy session or extra time with my nutritionist or whatever is going on over there, or to sleep more or pace more or whatever. And then other times I'm like, oh my gosh, my bank account is really and so then I have to like knuckle down on the finance department and pour everything into that, and then the health thingy suffers, and then like the social bucket is just like dry as a bone over here, and the YouTube bucket is like, hello, like don't let the algorithm die. Like it's just, I don't want to keep thinking of my life as like issues that need attention at all times. And I think like awareness of that pattern is the first step to like not thinking of it that way. But I think it's literally changing your brain and like your neural pathways and like how you think about your life and how you think about yourself. And I mean, changing that is a monumental task. And I think I've like taken some initial like really good steps in that direction, but at the same time, I have a long way to go. I have a long way to go. I have no issues admitting that, for the record. I think I also feel like if I didn't have goals in each of those buckets pulling me forward, I would feel very lost. I will say that as well. I think that I've always needed a goal to kind of like be my North Star and like give me direction. But sometimes like having so many or having goals that I've had for a long time kind of crop up and be like, no, I'm actually going to get there and solve this or do this or achieve this thing. And then as you get closer, it's like, oh, this is coming real. And like, now what do I do? Like, what's the next goal? Do I even want more than this goal? Like, what does this mean? So there's all that as well. I feel like this conversation is getting very heady. It might be because I'm even closer to nature than usual. I'm like literally looking out this window here that you can kind of see in the mirror, and it's like all trees. But I don't know. This is a very heady coffee talk for whenever this goes up. Let me know if you felt this way too, or if I'm overthinking things. I basically just wanted to tell you guys why I'm taking a break. I'm not taking a break from YouTube, but why I'm here, me trying to take care of myself, me trying to do the right things for my health, my well-being, my mentals, my spirit, my soul, my heart, and what that means in general. I'm also noticing I've never dyed my hair, but I have gotten actually, no, that's not true. I did dye my hair for my younger sister's wedding 3 years ago, but I have gotten semi-permanent gloss in my hair a few times for gray coverage, and I feel like I need to do that again soon because it's bothering me in the viewfinder. Tell me that they look like highlights. I will say, like, if you don't like being high maintenance with your hair, which I do not, a gloss is it's pretty incredible. Like, it just kind of like, it's all still there. It's all still there, but it's like blended in a way, and it's a semi-permanent situation, and it just sort of naturally fades. And it's been a solid like 3 months since I did anything, so I would say it's like it's a good option if you are low maintenance, if you don't enjoy spending oodles of money on hair color and having a harsh demarcation line on your head, which I did not when I dyed my hair for my sister's wedding. It was like kind of rough. Because I am a low maintenance girly. I just enjoy like not thinking about how I look for periods of time. Yeah. Anyway, I feel like this time of year in particular, like this August, September time, it always has me like, because as you know, I'm a Virgo, which means my birthday is coming, and it always has me like more in my head, and it has me more like thinking esoterically, philosophically, existentially, and I'm like, what am I doing here? Why is time passing? Is it slow? Is it fast? Like, is my brain broken? Like, and I feel like I might be entering one of those spaces right now, but it's fine. We're here. I'm actually about to film another video for the channel here in a second. So if you see this shirt twice, no, you didn't. Yes, you did. Ooh, Cal, are you okay? The dog's name is Cal. I will give you that information. And I just heard him making a noise. I don't know if you could hear it or not. Okay. Anyway, I needed a break. I'm taking a break. I'm trying. And I will let you know how it's going in another video. Okay, if you liked the video, consider liking the video. If you'd like to see more videos like this, where we chatted up in the kitchen. By the way, this coffee with oat milk is cold, but it is delicious. Made it in a French press. Consider hyping the video if you want more people to see my channel. I would appreciate it. We are approaching 10,000 subscribers. I am like so grateful, overwhelmed, overjoyed. Cannot wait. We'll be doing a giveaway at that time. And I guess I'll just see you guys next time. Duh. And cool, thanks, love you, bye.